Ooh, what's up, guys? Cody here today with some Quinn mid lane. So, Quinn mid, how does it work exactly? Well, it works kind of like this. You just gank nonstop. So, I know a lot of people see her as a top laner, mostly as like a bully top laner, but I feel like in top lane she kind of loses her potential to gank a bit, because in top lane you can only gank mid lane pretty much. I mean, you can like technically gank bot lane, but it's harder to do. In mid lane though, it's a lot easier to just have your choice on who you're ganking. So one of the things I did struggle with, since I'm not that experienced with Quinn this game, was just like not losing, not dying pretty much, because I could not kill Lux for the life of me this game, which is fine, no biggie there, because I made up for it with by ganking other people. So pretty much the first few minutes are pretty boring until I hit 6, and that's when things get going. That's when things start getting good, because that's when I can start ganking. So yeah, this was a fun game for me. As you can see, I'm doing terrible against Lux. I'm afraid that like I'm gonna like get killed before I can do anything at this point. But I'm just like, I'll be fine. I got nothing to worry about. And I didn't really. So now I decide, okay, top is kind of pushed in. I can go gank right now, because just forget about everything else. So I come in, just a simple E, and bam. I missed my Q, but whatever. We still killed her. So, another thing of that. So pretty much Quinn is just overpowered right now. Pretty much, like, if you can just get going with her, she's just super strong. And what makes her strong is the fact that she has so much mobility on the map. Like, I backed and I got back into lane super fast. So I am getting poked down by Lux though, unfortunately, but it's not that big of an issue right now, so I'm not all that worried about it. But I decided, okay, time to gank bot lane with my jungler. I wait to E on the Jinx because Brand is low already, plus Amumu had ulted her, and I get a double. So back to mid lane then, and I flashed that just for safety reasons. Didn't know who was where, what was going on. In Quinn's early game, you kind of run out of mana a little bit fast if you're not careful with it, but I made you just kind of deal with it. So, as you can see, I'm already 3-0 at this point in time, and I'm like, okay, Lux isn't mid lane, let me go bot lane. This is, we stay here way too long, nothing happens. Just kind of go back and forth a little bit with poking, and I'm just like, screw it, I'm gone, I'm going mid lane, because I'm not wasting my time there. So after I push this out a little bit, I think, yeah, okay, Lux comes back, and I decide, okay, time to go top again. So he expects nothing. I E auto Q, and that's pretty much the death of her. So Then I come back mid. I'm just all over the map pretty much right now, being this super mega assassin. So. And I'm... it's just the mobility on Quinn is just ridiculously stupid right now. Come mid, don't really get anything. I almost died from Bran. If Bran had the right masteries on, he would have killed me. Because he took Thunderlords instead of Deathfire. Had he had Deathfire, I would have been dead right there probably. But it's whatever. So and I'm back out. It's the mobility, man. That's what makes Quinn good right now, is just her mobility and her damage output is just super good. So right now I'm deciding, okay, I'm gonna go gank top right now, and bam, there we go. She's dead. Just Aurelia did not ward this game as much as she should have, and I made sure to punish her for that pretty much. So yeah, I'm going around everywhere, just making plays, trying to see what I can do constantly. And then like I've got nothing better to do, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go just see what's up with the jungler and with the jungle and whatnot. Crush gets a pick off on Lux, who we knew was there, and then we go and get this tower. So. This game does get fairly long though, because we do a poor job of trying to end it, and plus Quinn's not really good when it comes to the team fighting stage. She's good at picking people off in the laning phase. When it comes to the team fighting phase, she kind of gets blown up really fast, and so I found myself taking someone down with me the majority of the time. But right here, easy kill on Aurelia. Once again, I mean I've ganked her what 4 times now. So we get this tower, and I decide, okay, let's see what I'm gonna do now. Go back mid, take care of that. Then I'm like, okay, gotta do something else now. I decide, okay, I'm gonna go back up top lane and help him push out that. But instead, we end up almost getting Aurelia. We burn her flash. I tried getting her, just barely missed, unfortunately. So I ult here. We catch Lux out. Then Shyvana decides she's gonna try and ult in on me. Probably could have killed her there, especially since I had my my mark on her. But it's whatever. I wasn't gonna push my luck. I do start pushing my luck here rather soon. Or actually, wait, no, it's not until, yeah, you'll see it. It's not until I have lots of deaths when I start pushing my mark. So we catch at Aurelia, kind of. That plan failed. We didn't realize there was going to be so many people there. I mean, but we should have thought about that when we were making those plans. Okay, so I'm like, okay, time to come down bot, and I can just be like, okay, yep, and you're dead, Jinx. So right now I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I see everybody coming. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Fortunately, Thresh has his lantern to save me. And then this is funny. I get slowed by the Frost Queens. I'm like, oh my gosh, the speed is like super slow, man. I got that. Come back mid. I'm all over the map. I'm ganking one lane, coming back to my lane. Ganking another lane, coming back to my lane. Just trying to do anything to just be active on the map right now, because I know I'm really strong. I do lose tower here, unfortunately, but it was gonna happen eventually. Can't stop that all the time. So I feel like I can come up here, but then I realize there's 4 people, and then I'm just like, okay, Nasus is dead. Nothing I can do for him. Better just try and go back mid or something. And then I know they're coming back mid lane, of course. So I'm like, okay, let's push up bot lane, because I mean, I can do that. I can just be in one lane and then be in the next one in under a few seconds. So I took damage there from something where it wouldn't let me ult, but I just trying to catch people. I knew they were somewhere in the river, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna run there. But didn't realize how many of them were there. Right now I E to just kind of slow her down. She has to ult to get away, which is fine. I mean, we got their blue buff, not a big deal, quite honestly, at this point, in my opinion. It's because we kind of control the map anyways, so we were gonna get it eventually. So they get Bran. We get Bran, and yeah. Jinx is over there. We catch her out too. Things are going just pretty good for us. I mean, I got dumb and wasn't paying attention to the tower. We get Shyvana too. I mean, we're just kind of crushing them right now just because of the lead that we have made for ourselves. So I come in to get Aurelia off this tower, and I decide I'm gonna chase. I W so that way I can see her in the bush, and then I kill her. So. I know, things are just going very, very good for me. Just trying to be everywhere at the map at once. And this is kind of what I've been doing and will continue to do throughout this game, is just continue to apply pressure on the map anywhere I can. So nothing much is happening anymore though. It's getting into the part of the game where it's starting to slow down a bit. It's starting to get into team fights, which is where I don't excel with Quinn, unfortunately. Unfortunately, things just get really nasty because I tried to get trying to kill off the squishies, and it's very hard on me to do that without dying fast, as I do get targeted quite a bit due to the fact that I do damage. So I knew Aurelia was backing, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna ult to get her. Ult to run around and get her because people are dumb and don't expect the Quinn to be doing that type of stuff. My ult kills her, then yeah, just damage. I'm just doing damage everywhere. Quinn, you one combo of yours pretty much takes out the squishy, so yeah. I wanted to push top because 4 of the members were dead, but Shyvana kept on following me around. I was like, dang it, trying to do anything. Shyvana tries to go in on me, and so I ignite her, and I use everything I have on her to kill her because I knew it was going to be a close call because I couldn't necessarily run from her. So the best I could do was just try and kite her and just try and kill her, pretty much. And so that ended up working well for me because Shyvana at this point does not have Devour, and so does not have stated Devour. My fault. Does not have stated. So I was feeling pretty confident I could. I was scared, but I was hoping that I could still take her out. Amumu screws up his ult, unfortunately, and that pretty much gets himself killed. So that whole siege there didn't go too well. I ult, trying to see if I can just catch somebody out right here. They kind of figured out I was there, and I killed someone, but I went down anyways, unfortunately. Nasus just not being smart there, unfortunately. The Caitlyn actually takes the Aurelia down with her, which, I mean, is fine, I guess. Aurelia's actually getting quite annoying. You'll see. Yeah, I can't actually end up chasing Aurelia later on. But, pretty much, like, right now, that was my first death back there. That was my first death. I died. It took them, you know, quite a bit of time to actually kill me. And by that point in time, I had 11 kills, so I was feeling pretty good. So I guess I'll go over the build I was going real quick. So on Quinn, Essence Reaver, I have cooldown reduction runes on. Plus, I had taken Thunderlords this game, just trying to see out which mastery really works well on her. I think Fervor of Battle would work just fine on her if you wanted to use that. I think Thunderlord is okay, and Warlords though is kind of better for 1v1 situations, which you can't burst down somebody really fast. So, I mean, if their team's a bit more tankier than what you really want, then may want Warlords just because it gives you that lifesteal and that extra attack speed. But Thunderlord's Decree is really good for ganking in my opinion. So that's why I took it this game. Because it does add a bit of burst damage. Item wise, I went Essence Reaver, okay, so Essence Reaver plus I went Essence Reaver and then I built my rapid fire cannon. So that way I was at max cooldown reduction, so that way I could EQ a lot. During fights, if I wanted to, because it put it on like a 5-second cooldown, I think. I can't remember exactly, but it's yeah, 4.2 seconds right now, so it's it was whatever. So I had max cooldown reduction, so Essence Reaver, Rapid Fire Cannon, and Berserker Greaves got built in there somewhere. Built Infinity Edge because why not? And yeah. And from there I wanted to build a lifesteal item, so I was thinking Bloodthirster, but then I decided to build a Mercurial Scimitar, just because I wanted that Quicksilver Sash cleanse power, and just because I mean I hardly ended up using it, but Jinx E, Brand Q, Lux Q, and then Aurelia E. So right here I screw up. I E Aurelia and end up going over the wall, unfortunately, and yeah, we still kinda get something out of it, but their brand support just ends up dealing just too much damage to us. And this is where the game really starts to get dragged out, because I'm at that point where I can't do anything. I'm gonna start picking up a lot of deaths here, actually. Well, not a lot, but quite a few. Yeah, because I end 21 and 10 this game, so I pick up 6 more deaths. Partially because all I end up doing is I just dive in and kill one person and then get out. I flash here because I don't want to be caught by the brand, and just kind of waiting to get things going for myself. So I ult in here. I get the kill on Jinx, and then I got the kill on Shyvana too, but I was already, I mean, I was dead no matter what. I don't even really know how I got that. They almost kill Brand there. It's just not going well. And so yeah, it's just, I mean, we're gonna win the game, but it ends up being questionable as to whether or not we actually are going to win this. Just because we just start struggling in team fights, because it's just hard. All I can do is just pick off people. So like right here, Jinx just gets decimated. I mean, the Moo queued her, but she was dead no matter what. You saw the damage from my passive was just a good, at least a third of her health, pretty much. Trying to catch people out here, it's just, the game just starts to just drag on. It's just a bunch of more killing at this point in time. And a lot of mistakes from both sides, quite honestly. Just people getting caught out. Like when you're up against a Quinn, it's important that you kind of have an idea of where she is at all times, because if you know that, okay, so if for this game, for instance, I was mid, as soon as I was missing on the map, that should have been a clear indicator that Luck should have pinged Mia as soon as I was missing, because I am super mobile and I can be in one lane I can be in a different lane super fast. So she should have pinged, and whoever was pushing up, could have backed their ass off. Because it's just easy kills. So we're catching people out at this point in time. It's just, this game is just taking forever. And as you can see, we're screwing up our team fights. But it's just, the game is just starting to just drag on to a ridiculous point. But like, so just like Quinn, like when you're going up against her, just keep tabs on her constantly, because she can just be at your lane at any point of time. And it is really dangerous going up against a Quinn, and I can outrun the Ghost from Frost Queens from Brand, but it's really dangerous going up against a Quinn in general. If it's an ADC Quinn, it's like not as much to worry about, because it's easier to keep tabs on her. She's gonna kind of be bot lane just a bit more, which is why she doesn't really belong as an ADC. She belongs more as a top laner. I prefer mid just because more opportunities to gank. Here I get dumb. I try to fight Aurelia and it just doesn't happen because my E doesn't go off, and that wouldn't have really made a difference. Aurelia has built well against me when it comes to 1v1ing her, at least, because she's got a bunch of armor. She's got Ninja Tabby, so that way my autos do less. Got Deadman's and Iceborne Gauntlet, so that way takes less damage. Iceborne and Death's Dance gets her cooldown reduction, so she can spam her abilities a bit more. She's got Gunsu's for just being amazing in 1v1s, and Death's Dance makes it so that she takes bleed damage instead of just straight damage. So right here, they're pushing here, and so I decide I'm gonna just take this inhib. We'll just trade inhib for inhib at worst, and they do take it, but it's just like, to me, it's like it's an even trade considering that we're winning, we're in the lead. Any like fair trade in this is actually a trade in our favor. So my last item that I built on Quinn this game was Lord Dominic, and I ended up getting full build right after that. But so I was tempted on selling Berserker Grease for something else, but I decided, let's not. Let's just keep I like my mobility that I have. So at this point in time, I mean, it's just a matter of time before we win. I mean, they would have to ace our team pretty much, and with us having a Gnosis, that's not happening because he's got, how many stacks does he have? 852 stacks. So yeah, I mean, that's that's, you're not stopping that anytime soon. So yeah, that's it's just over for them. Because even if there's just no way they can ace us because I'm dealing damage. I pretty much take out one person with me every time. Caitlyn is dealing damage, and then Noxus is just wrecking in damage. So this game is set in stone pretty much. It's just we just take forever ending it. But so yeah, Quinn, really strong. If you haven't already tried her out, I suggest you do. And if you're scared of her, it's for pretty damn good reason. If someone wants to ban her, there's a good reason why. Because she will wreck. I mean, if she goes ADC, don't worry about her as much as if she was top or mid, and yeah, you should be fine. Her jungling is actually pretty decent as well, because just because of, once again, her ganks are just super good. Her clears, of course, for the jungle aren't quite as good as some other people's, but I mean her ganks. That's the only reason why you play her. So I mean, she's pretty decent. She can be decent in the jungle too. There's better junglers most likely, but I mean, if you want a super mobile champ for the jungle, and you don't care what your team says, then just do whatever you want. And you can just go Quinn if you really want to. it can work out. So yeah, that's Quinn, guys. Quinn mid worked out pretty well for me. She's just, remember, Quinn mid just excels with just good damage output and amazing ganks, just due to her super amazing map mobility. And so yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe if you did, and catch me streaming on Twitch. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.